everybody. Welcome to Chaos and Order, art by Susan Holt. That is me. Today is August 1st, 2026. Today is Saturday, I think. Hope it's Saturday because that's what my brain says it is. And I haven't gone live for a while, so I've been dealing with some menopause issues, and hopefully they have been resolved with hormone replacement therapy. We'll see what happens going forward. But I do have a lot more brain power and a lot more energy, so I hope to be back on here kind of on a regular basis soon. But we'll see what happens. So, for those of you who are watching live, thank you so much. For those of you who are watching in replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay down in the comments for me. That way I know you stopped by. And things, yeah, thumbs up, hearts, all the little emojis floating by. Love to see those. Love your comments, love your questions. If you have comments and questions, please put them in the comment section. I would appreciate that very, very much. Today I'm going to be working on rewiring a necklace. As some of you know, my car is in the shop and it's going to cost about $4,000 to get everything repaired. Fuel injectors are all bad. The air conditioner blower is bad, and then the spark plugs are all bad. And there's something else that was off as well. My note is over there on the other desk. So there's a bunch of stuff going on with it. Luckily, my husband is letting me borrow his car and drop him off places as needed until my car is fixed. I don't know if that'll be today or next week sometime, but it is getting repaired. And if any of you would like to purchase a piece of mine that you've been thinking about, I will put the link to my website down in the comment section after this is done and uploaded, so that you can help an artist out. I really, really appreciate it, and I know you love my art. I know you love my jewelry. So if there is a piece that you absolutely adore, I would love for you to buy it now, please, and thank you. So I'm going to turn the camera down. I've already got this necklace so you can see what I'm doing. So I've already got the necklace taken apart. A lovely, lovely friend purchased this piece a couple days ago, but she said, hey, this is a little bit short for me. She's got some arthritis in her hands, so she doesn't do and undo the clasps anymore. So she just puts it over her head, and this one wouldn't go over my head, and I do have kind of a petite cranium. So I have taken it apart. I have found the beads that go with it. I have put them out on my board in the order I want them. So originally, this necklace ended about here, right there. So I've added several more inches onto it. So today, you guys are just gonna watch me put the rest of these beads on, and I'm gonna turn my board like this. That way I have room to work here. Hope you guys can see that. And can you see that? Yes, okay, I can see my hand moving. So just gonna start at the top. And then here I have some extra beads out on my board, so when I get the rest of these on, I can actually kind of do a test fit on myself. And if I need to lengthen the beads that go around the back of the neck, then that's what these are for. And of course I've got my little clasp and my jump rings, my crimp beads. And because there are so many beads on this necklace, I do have double the crimp beads. Oh, I gotta put on my bigger glasses to see the hole in this pearl. There it I can see it. One of the joys of middle age in my family, anyhow, is your eyes tend to start going at some point. But thank goodness my eyes are going at the same rate as one another, so I can just buy over-the-counter glasses. So I do have some jasper and some cultured pearls in here. Actually, this green one might be jadeite or marble, but I think it's jasper. And then some little crystals, and these beauties are aventurine. That's one of my favorites. Absolutely love that stone. It looks like jade, but it won't get darker or shift color as it is worn. I don't know why jade does that, but it's fascinating. It's another one of my favorites. But for this particular necklace, I went with the aventurine, mostly because it's kind of a nice lighter color of green, and it picks up the striations in these beads and the flecks in this one, and also on these little crystal beads, my little green disco ball beads. It picks up some of the reflection off of it and is about the same color. And those of you who have been following me for a while now know that I absolutely love to play with color. And then these little pearls here, these are cultured pearls, and they are this really lovely dark peacocky teal color. Oh, it's delicious. They are the favorite pearls that I have in stock at the moment. And all of this color matching is based on this pendant that I wire wrapped. And I think this is the prettiest pendant that I have ever wire wrapped in my entire life. It is absolutely symmetrical and proportionate, and I did a really good job on it. I haven't wire wrapped in a long time, a couple years now. Because sometimes my hands and my wrists ache because I am of the age where arthritis happens. But I have done it, and I still enjoy it. And these little smaller beads, so there's a large bead that's opaque, and these are slightly transparent, so they pick up the colors in the clothing or the skin underneath them. Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely love it. If any of you are watching me live, I have the phone camera pointed down at the work surface, so I can't see your comments quite yet. I will check them when the live show is over, and then I will get back to you later today. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for listening to me drone on about how much I love these beads, this necklace, and what I do. Oh, and over here I have some new painted rocks that I'm working on. It's right off to the side. And oh, I'll tell you about my painted rocks. So on the back I have thank you, my hashtag, my website, and the year that the rock was painted. And I take these when we go out to places, restaurants, or when I go to Life Drawing, or anywhere where you have service providers. Like my doctors all have them. And I give them out as little thank you tokens, tokens of appreciation for helping me that day. And last night I went to a class and I couldn't get one of the tools figured out. And this lovely lady and her husband sat next to me. And there was one point where I was so frustrated that I just set everything down, took a deep breath, and she scooched over because she had already gotten the process down. She scooched over and said, "Can I help?" And I said, "Yes, please." So at the end of the class, I thanked her and I told her about my little thank you tokens. And I handed her one, and it was one of the gray and silver desert scenes that I had painted. And she was so sweet. She asked if she could hug me, which of course she could, absolutely. And then she got all excited because she has a little rock garden on one of her windowsills in her house, so that the rocks don't fade in the sun. And she said she's found a few of them around, but she's never been gifted one, and this was the first time that's happened, and she was so happy and so excited, and very thankful. And I thought that was just the best thing. I can bring a smile to someone's face with a painted rock, or lengthening a piece of jewelry, or creating a commission, if anybody has been thinking about that as well, then I am happy to do it. I love the things I make. I love what I create. So if I get to spend a little bit more time with them before they go out the door, so be it. But yeah, I love making my little painted rocks, and I love giving them out to people directly. It gives me that connection with the person. I know kind of instantly if they like the rock or not. I know if they're going to keep it. You kind of develop a sense of these things as you go, as you give them out. And I like knowing where they're going. I like knowing that they'll be loved and appreciated. And I, of course, absolutely adore when people support my art and my jewelry and my business, because I know for sure that those are the people who absolutely love what I do, and they're helping support a small business and an independent artist. And that means the world to me. So thank you, everyone. I have pieces on my website that are as low as either $20 or $25. I think the earrings, the little button earrings that I make, I think they're $25 per set. I don't have any rings up on my website at the moment. They are all up at Practical Art in downtown Phoenix, as well as a bunch of my other jewelry. And I don't have any of the beaded spiders up on the website. If you would like one of those, send me a private message, direct message, whatever you want to call it, or you can email me at susan@saholtstudios.com. The link is on my website. So if you know I make something and it's not on my website, send me an email. We'll get you what you want. couple of pieces that have been purchased recently by a couple of lovely friends. One of them is a fellow artist, and I will be hand delivering those because, you know, seeing your friends is amazing. Well, seeing my friends is amazing. I like my friends. Okay. This on here. So these are magical little springs, and when you're putting your necklaces together, you literally just pop them on, squeeze them open, put the string through there, the wire, and you can move them back and forth as you need. You can see how long this is going to be. Oh yeah. So I am going to go ahead and put some of these filler beads in at the back because I don't want this to be too short for her to get on over her head. I know that I could get it over my head at this point, but I want to make sure she can wear it however it is most comfortable for her. So I'm gonna go ahead. This size. Okay. And these look really cute as like a little end design to the necklace. So, and if you do have one of my necklaces that you use the lobster claw clasp on, you can actually feel where the beads change at the end, so you're not kind of fumbling around. So it goes from, you know, the pearls and the stone beads, and then it goes up into these silver beads, and then there's a taper at the end here at the silver beads, so you know exactly where your clasp is. Then I'm going to put 2 of these crimp beads on each side. And this is because this necklace is made of stone, and if for some reason it were to fall off, I don't want the stone to break if it hits the floor. Not that it will, because I'm being very careful about getting my jump rings to line up together, because this is pearl weight wire because I have pearls on here. So I want to make sure that all of my connections are very sturdy. And these are closed properly so that thin wire doesn't go through a gap. If it does go through a gap while I'm testing it, I can always refasten it on there. And I know this lovely lady has kids and grandkids, so I'm going to leave the lobster claw clasp on there, in case one day they inherit it and they would like to use the clasp to put it on and off, take it on and off. Okay. So with these crimp beads, sometimes people just use their flat pliers to crimp them, but I use my crimping tool. And it's a two-step process, and it makes the beads sturdier than just a flat set of pliers. It adheres them, kind of smushes them into the wire better. And the first one is the notch, the second notch on my set of pliers. And that puts a little divot in the crimp bead, and then the first little notch on my pliers rounds that bead out. And I will do this from a couple different directions so that it gets a nice smooth curve to it, because I don't want sharp corners. My skin is relatively sensitive, so I always assume that everybody else's skin is relatively sensitive when it comes to sharp corners on jewelry. So I always try to make my crimp beads as smooth as I possibly can. And I like putting 2 of them on necklaces because you know, sometimes you have itch and you grab your necklace by mistake and you tug on it a little too hard sometimes. I've had a necklace, not one that I've made, but I have had a necklace come off my neck and come apart and scratch me on the way out. So I don't want that to happen to people who get my pieces. So I am careful with everybody's precious delicate skin. Then I have this piece here because I want to make sure I have the same going the opposite direction. The same design. All right, what am I doing? This one. I haven't seen this lovely friend in a few years, but I know that she has kind of fluffy hair. So I want to make sure that she can get this over her head without pulling her hair. Then I hold them up next to each other, make sure all the beads are in the order that I need them to be in for the end here. And what I haven't been showing you is when I put the wire through the jump rings, I kind of rub it back and forth over where the jump rings come together. That way I know it won't slip through that potential little crack in the jump ring. Little space where it opens up. beauty pliers. All right, there we go. That is definitely going to be long enough to go over her head. Let me cut this little tail off here. And we are all done. There we go. There we have it. Ta-da-da! Yay! All right. Turn the camera around. Hello. Oh, I see LaShandra's here. Hey, Chandra. Oh, I'm glad you think it's pretty. I'm glad you like it. She says that thing you're using looks so neat. You mean the beadboard? You can get those at any arts and crafts store. They are very, very helpful when beading. And then all the tools you can find there as well. So I think that is going to be it for me today. Put my other glasses on so I can see the camera now that I don't have to see the little teeny tiny beads. So yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me and watching my process of making a necklace longer for a lovely friend and client of mine, and I will get this shipped out next week to you. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here with me. I will try to do another live coming soon now that my brain is kind of back to working. So join me right here on Chaos and Order Art by Susan Holt on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. That's it for me, guys. Have a great day. Bye.